Good morning, guys. So we completed 3 mini projects, right? So what is our first mini project? We implemented report generation. Report generation. In this project, we learned how to implement dynamic search, Excel export plus PDF export, right? Excel report and PDF report and how to implement dynamic search functionality that we learned in our first mini project. And coming to second mini project, we created employee portal. So in this employee portal, several functionalities available. Mainly we discussed about login plus register plus unlock plus forgot password plus Ajax calls. We discussed about Ajax call. So what is the purpose of Ajax, guys? What is the purpose of Ajax? Ajax is used to send asynchronous request. Login, register plus email functionality also we have implemented. Whenever user register in the application will send one email with the temporary password. With that password, user can unlock the account and can log in. Once they log in, adding the inquiry, view the inquiries and filter the inquiries by using Ajax call that we understood. And coming to 03 application, we developed one blog application. There we can add the blog, view the blog, add the comments, display the comments that we have implemented. Blog application, view blogs, add blog, blog comments that we implemented, and we understood one concept, that is CK editor. What is the purpose of going for CK editor? If you want to develop one text box with some formatting options, I want to display one text box. In that text box, I want to give some formatting options like bold, highlight, paragraph and all. That can be added by using CK editor. We have completed these 3 mini projects as part of our JRTP. Now, today we are going to understand one new topic that is called code review. Today we are going to learn a concept called code review. In those 3 mini projects, 2 projects I have implemented in the class and 1 project I have not implemented. You people has completed that. I'm hoping that. Next one. Today we are going to understand a new topic in our course, that is code review. First of all, in our project, multiple developers will be available. Some freshers will be available. Some experienced people will be available. Junior developers, senior developers, technical leads also will be available. Everybody will get that task. You need to write the code and you need to integrate that code into the repository. Now, everybody will follow same coding standards, or everybody will not follow same coding standards? Everybody will not follow same coding standards. Now, when we complete our development, before committing our code to the Git repository, we need to identify, do we have any mistakes in our code? Are there any problems available in our code that we need to identify? To identify the problems of our code, we are going to perform code review. So code review, the process of reviewing the code to identify developers' mistakes. The main aim of the code review is to identify developers' mistakes. Now I have implemented second mini project here. Code is completed. Functionality is also working as expected. Coding is completed. Functionality working as expected. But what about the standards? What about the bugs in the code? What about the suggestions in the code? What about security issues in the code? A number of mistakes I might have done. So if you look at this, my code is working as expected. If you see any controller or if you see any service, so many lines of code is available. Functionality is working as expected. But what about best practices? What about the mistakes I have done? What about the security issues I have in the project? All these things we need to identify. For that, we are going to perform code review. What is the code review? The process of reviewing the code to identify developers' mistakes. As a developer, I have done some mistakes in my code. As a developer, you will also do some mistakes in the code. To identify developers' mistakes in the code, we are going to perform this code review. In the project, code review will happen in two ways, guys. Code review will happen in two ways. One is by using tool. There are several tools available, PMD, SonarQube, etc. Like that, several tools are available to perform the code review. And the second one is called as peer review. Using tool, we can review our code and we can go for peer review also. When I do the code review by using tool, it is not going to check my logic is correct or not. It will check my syntaxes are correct or not. It will check my best practices, am I following or not in the Java. When you go for tool review, it will check this method, am I following the best practices in the method or not. It will not identify my logic is correct or not. It don't know what is the purpose of this logic. It will check, am I doing proper null checks or not? Is there any chance of getting null pointer exception? How I am handling the exceptions in the project? How I am using string literals in the project? It is going to verify. That is the tool review. When you go for peer review means my code will be reviewed by my team member. My team member code I am going to review. As you are going to join as a junior developer, whatever the code you write, your code will be reviewed by technical architect. Suppose in my team, there are some developers available, 2 years experience, 3 years experience. When they write some complex logic on the requirement, directly they will not commit that code to repository. They will share the screen to me. They will ask, Ashok, could you please review our code? That is called peer review. When I am doing the peer review, I'm going to check what is the logic they are writing, whether their logic is correct or not, how many loops they are writing. Do we really need to go for these many conditions? Do we really need to write these many lines of code? I'm going to check the logic as part of peer review. When you review the code by using PMD, PMD stands for Programmer Mistake Detector. There is a software called PMD. What is the purpose of PMD? PMD is used to identify programmers' mistakes in the code. Advanced to the PMD, SonarQube is available. SonarQube is also used to perform code review. SonarQube supports 20 plus programming languages. SonarQube supports 20 plus programming languages. Not only for Java, by using SonarQube, we can review Python code, we can review .NET, we can review JavaScript, we can review that TypeScript, any programming language. That code can be reviewed by this SonarQube. SonarQube supports 20 plus programming languages to perform the code review. SonarQube will check best practices, not the logic of the code. What logic is available, SonarQube don't know. SonarQube will check some rules are there in the Java. This developer following all the rules or not, that will be verified by SonarQube. Perfect. Now, SonarQube will identify below issues in the code. When you do the code review by using SonarQube, first one, it is going to identify bugs. Suppose if you are accessing some null object directly without doing a null check, then there is a chance of getting null pointer exception. Do you have any such kind of mistakes in the code? That will be identified by SonarQube. Bugs it is going to identify. And the second one, it is going to identify vulnerabilities. Vulnerability is nothing but security related issues. Hacking related issues will be available. Are you using password directly in your code? Are you using credit card number directly in the code? Are you using SSN number, Aadhaar numbers directly in the code? Such kind of vulnerabilities will be identified by Sonar Cube. And third one, it is going to identify code smells. Sonar Cube is going to identify code smell. Code smell nothing but some minor issues. I am having a method. I am having a class. In this class, I am writing one import statement. Java.util.set is available. This import statement I have, but am I using set anywhere in my code? I'm not using. This is called unused import statement. There is no use of this import in the class, but still I am writing this import statement. And similarly, I'm having a method. I'm having a method. For the method, I'm taking some parameters, but I'm not using that parameter. Let me go for some controller class or index controller. In the index controller, I'm taking integer I as a parameter. But am I using that parameter in my method? No, then there is no use of this parameter. This is called unused method parameter. And here, unused import statement is available. And I'm writing one private method in the class. For example, I'm writing one private method, private void m1. What is the meaning of private method? That should be called only within the class. I have a private method, but I am not calling that method in the class. There is no use of that private method. Such kind of code smells will be identified by Sonar Cube. It will identify the bugs. It will identify vulnerabilities in our code. It will identify code smells also that are available in the project. Now tell me, what is a code review and why we need to go for code review? The process of reviewing the code to identify developers' mistakes is called as code review. How many ways we will do the code review in the company? Code review will happen in two ways. One is by using tool. Second one is by using peer review. What is the purpose of tool review? When you do the review by using a tool, it will identify bugs in the code. It will identify vulnerabilities in the code. It will identify code smell also. What is a peer review? What is a peer review? Person to person. Your code will be reviewed by me. My code will be reviewed by someone to verify the logic, whether this logic is correct or not. Mostly, freshers code will be reviewed by the senior programmers in the project. When you join as a fresher, directly they will not allow you to commit the code to the repository. If you do some mistake, the whole project will be impacted. That's why fresher code will be reviewed by senior members. That is called peer review. So most of the projects are using Sonar Cube for the code review. Sonar Cube is a software that supports 20 plus programming languages. Java code also can be reviewed by using Sonar. Sonar Cube will review the code. Sonar Cube will identify below issues in the code. What are those issues? Bugs will be identified. Vulnerabilities will be identified. Code smells also will be identified by Sonar Cube. What is the meaning of a bug? Any exception? Is there any chance of getting the exception in that particular line? That will be identified by Sonar Cube. What is vulnerability? Any security related issues are available in the code will be identified that. Then code smell. What is the code smell? Best practices. It is going to identify some best practices. Now, let me go and set up Sonar Cube in our system to do the code review. Let me remove all these things. Second mini project. We have executed everything. It is working as expected. Now we will identify what are the mistakes we have done in the code. What are the best practices we are not following in the code. First, let me set up Sonar server in my system. Sonar server we can set up in multiple ways, guys. Sonar Cube download for Windows. Now download Sonar Cube server. Sonar Cube clean code for teams and enterprises with the Sonar Cube. Sonar Cube is available as community edition. For us, we can download for free of cost and we can practice that Sonar Cube. In the company, they will go for enterprise level Sonar Cube. That means they will purchase license of the Sonar. What is the Sonar Cube? Right, it is a video. What is the Sonar Cube? Flexibility and governance, the perfect enterprise tool, the tooling you need to deliver better code. 30 plus languages, frameworks, and ISC platforms. It will support for 30 plus languages. Java is one of the language which it is supporting. Integration with the DevOps platforms. In the real time, DevOps engineers will integrate SonarQube in the Jenkins pipeline to perform the code review. Clean go and no go Sonar quality gate. When you do the code review, SonarQube will tell what is the quality of your code. Is it pass or failed? That will be decided by SonarQube. So super fast analysis, security rules, shared unified configurations, integrations also will be available. Now let me download this SonarQube. Click on download. So community edition used and loved by these people. Developer edition is available. Enterprise edition is available. Data center edition is available. Okay. Let me go here. Download for free. SonarQube server is downloaded as a zip file. You can set up the Sonar in the AWS cloud. You can set up the Sonar by using Docker, and you can directly download the Sonar. I'm directly downloading that Sonar. Let us see how can we run that. Yeah, download is in progress. Yeah, SonarQube software downloaded as a zip file. Let me extract it. Extract to SonarQube. SonarQube is developed by using Java, guys. So first Java should be installed in our system. My Sonar server downloaded as a zip. I extracted. I got the bin directory. Go inside that. Sonar server you can run in the Linux machine. You can run in the Windows machine. You can run in the Mac also. This is multi-platform supporting. So it will support for multiple platforms. Now I'm running the Sonar in the Windows. Let me go to Windows. What is this? Start sonar.bat. There is a bat file available to run the Sonar. Go to CMD. Let me run start sonar.bat. I'm trying to run Sonar server in our Windows machine. Linkage error occurred while loading the main class application.java. Unsupported class version, Java runtime. This version of the runtime only recognize class files up to 55. So Java version compatibility issue. Huh? Start sonar.bat. Yeah, same problem I'm getting. Occurred by loading the main class. Compiled by more recent version of Java runtime 6.61.0. But in my system, whatever the Java available, it is not supporting for that. Let me go for some old version of the Sonar. Community edition. Let me go here. Let me download SonarQube 7.9 version. We downloaded SonarQube version 10, which is having some compatibility issue with the Java I have. I'm trying to download SonarQube 7. Refresh. Sonar Cube zip file downloaded. Extract that zip. Yeah. Now here also we are having bin directory, Windows directory. Start sonar.bat file is available. Open the CMD. Start sonar.bat. I'm trying to run my Sonar server. Sonar application is also developed by using Java, guys. It will run on the port number 9000 by default. Apache Tomcat will run on the port number 8080. Sonar will run on the port number 9000. Can you see what is this? Which database it is using in the background? It is using H2 database. It is using H2 database. Okay. Let's wait. Once the Sonar server is started successfully, it will give you a message. Sonar Cube is up and running. Can you see the message? Sonar Cube is up. What is the port number of the Sonar? 9000. Localhost colon 9000. Right. I'm able to run my Sonar server in the Windows machine. Guys, I have downloaded Sonar by using historical version of the Sonar. The latest version of the Sonar having some compatibility issue. So I have downloaded Sonar Cube 7.9.6 LTS version. So open, copy link address. So I can give you. So if you click on this, that Sonar server 7.9.6 version will be downloaded. Okay, fine. Once the Sonar server is started, I have extracted the Sonar zip file in that bin directory. I'm running the Sonar in the Windows. If anybody going for Mac OS, in the Mac OS they have sonar.sh file. As I'm using Windows, I'm going for Windows directory. Here start sonar.bat is available. I opened my command prompt from this location and I executed start sonar.bat. So it started my Sonar server. You will get a message, Sonar Cube is up. Once you get the Sonar Cube is up, you can access Sonar server in your browser. Sonar server will run by default on which port number? It will run on the port number 9000. This is in my local. Currently, projects analyzed 0. Any project analyzed by Sonar? No, not yet. What it is going to give me? Bugs it will give me, vulnerabilities it will give me, code smells it will give me, security hotspots also. Right. Currently, everything is coming as 0. 0 projects analyzed by using this Sonar server. All right. Now, I have my project in the local system. My boot application is available here and my Sonar server is also available here. This one, I will call it as Sonar server. Sonar server is running in my machine and this is my boot application. This is my boot application and this is my Sonar server. Currently, in today's session, application and Sonar both are running in the same computer. But in the real time, Sonar will be running in the different machine. Our application code will be available in the different machine. In the real time, DevOps people will take care of code review by using Sonar. But today, I am running my application and Sonar server in the same machine. So what I will do is, I will connect my application to Sonar server to perform code review. When I do the code review by using the Sonar server will provide me code review report. Sonar server will provide me code review report. What is the meaning of review report? Any bugs available in our project, in which class the bug is available, in which line the bug is available, any vulnerabilities available in our code, any code smells available in our code, that complete report I am going to get. Now, how to perform the code review by using Sonar server? Let me go to our project. In the project, we have the pom.xml. In the pom.xml, in the plugins section, I'm going to add Sonar plugin. Sonar with the Maven plugin will be available. I will add that plugin. So let me go here. Sonar Maven plugin will be available. Let me take this plugin. I will give you these notes, guys. So in the pom.xml, we are having a build tag. In the build tag, we are having plugins section. Already there is one Lombok plugin is available. I mean Maven plugin is available. Along with this, I need to add Sonar plugin. What is the plugin I'm adding? Sonar plugin. Now, after adding this Sonar plugin, let us go to our project. Let us go to our project, run as Maven build. First, let me go for clean package goal. I want to perform clean package. Okay. I'm not doing any code review, guys. Just I want to compile and package my application. Once the clean package is completed, then I will execute Sonar goal to perform the code review. Okay. Test cases are running, packaging our web application. Finally, our project build got success. Now observe, before going to run the goal, let us check in the Sonar server. Any project is reviewed? No project is reviewed. Right click on this project, run as Maven build. In this build, I'm going to give the goal as Sonar:Sonar. What is the goal name I am giving? Sonar:Sonar is the goal name. Click on apply, click on run. This is used to connect with the Sonar server available in the local machine and perform the code review. It failed. The requested pom.xml could not be activated. Build failure. Let me check it why. Unable to make protected final loader class. Open unnamed module. 1 minute. Let me go back to the workspace. Second mini project. So this is our project. Let me open the CMD. MVN clean package. Yeah, I'm able to perform the code review from the command prompt, guys. You can browse your code review report in this URL. Final my build got success. Let us go to this Sonar server, refresh the URL. What it is saying? One project analyzed. How many issues are there in the project? You can check that. One bug is available, 2 vulnerabilities available, 17 code smells available, 1 security hotspot is also available. Functionality is working as expected, but is it matching with industry standard? No. As per industry standard, bugs should be 0, vulnerabilities should be 0, code smells, everything should be 0. Now go to this project, click on the project number, 02 mini project. What is the code quality gate? Currently the code quality gate is passed. Now you observe how many bugs available in the code. 1 bug is available in the code. How many vulnerabilities available? 2 vulnerabilities available. How many code smells available? 17 code smells available. What is the code coverage? 0. That is related to unit testing. As of now, we don't know what is unit testing. We have not implemented unit testing. Forget about code coverage. Next one, duplications. How many lines of duplicated code available in your project? 0% of duplicate code available in the project. In our project, total 759 lines of code is available. That is the combination of Java and XML. Okay, combination of Java and XML, 759 lines of code available. Now let me check the each and everything. Now go for bug. What is the bug available? You see inquiry service impl.java, line number 109. Very clearly it is telling there is one bug available in which class in which line that bug is available, it is clearly telling that. So go to inquiry service impl.java line number 109. Go to that class. Inquiry service impl.java. Let me go for Control Shift R to open a resource. IMPL star.impl. Yep. Inquiry service impl.java is available. Go inside that class and check the line number 109. This is the 109. So here directly what I am doing, I am calling find by ID. Find by ID will give me optional object. I need to check if the object present in the optional, then only I need to get the object. But what it is telling here, call is present before accessing the value. That means SonarQube knows Java language. SonarQube knows Java language. It is telling, boss, in this line number 109, you are calling find by ID dot get directly. Actually, what we need to do, if this we are calling find by ID, then we need to call optional. Okay, so they are telling it will take 10 minutes of time to change the code and to test the code. Based on the severity, they are giving clearly what you need to do, and they will provide solution also for that. It is a bug, major bug, it is not assigned to anyone. They are giving the rule also. Boss, you should not get like this. This is the non-compliant code for the example. You are directly calling .get. You need to check it is present or not. If it is present, then only you need to get that value. That is one bug we have in the code. SonarQube identified that bug. So what is the conclusion now? What is the purpose of SonarQube? It is used to identify developers' mistakes in the code. Okay, let me change this code now. Or else before changing that, let us go for other issues which are available. There is only one bug available. Go to vulnerabilities. How many vulnerabilities are available? There are 2 vulnerabilities available. What it is telling, first one, PWD detected in the expression, review this potentially hard-coded credential. Which class? App constants. What is the line number? 19. Go to that class, app constants, Control Shift R, line number 19. What I have done here, I have mentioned the variable name directly as a PWD. They are considering password is a secured data. You should not use PWD directly. You should not use PWD directly, that is security issue. And in the email utils.java, they are telling use a logger. In the email utils class, if you go to email utils.java, I am writing e.print stack trace. When I use e.print stack trace, what will happen? And the console, that is not complained. Whenever there is a problem, you need to log that exception. SonarQube is telling, boss, don't print exception on the console, use a logger for that. You need to use the logger to log that exception. One bug available, 2 vulnerabilities are available. Can we fix them now? Yes, go to inquiry service IMPL line number 109. I will remove this .get. I will call this method that will give me optional object. If that object is present, then only I need to call the get method. I got the optional object. I got the optional object. Now I am going to call if user entity dot is present. If user entity dot is present, then only I need to save it. User entity is available. User entity, if it is present, then user entity dot get of that actual entity. Then I will pass that object to this. Got it? So whatever the problem, whatever the bug is available, I'm able to fix that bug. So here earlier I called find by ID dot get, but what Sonar is telling, boss, first you take the optional object, you check the condition. If it is present in the optional, then only you take that. Then only you take that. That is one issue. Going to app constants. Here what I have done, I'm writing password directly. In general, people what they will do is they will write password like this. I don't want to write PWD directly. So we will go for password, right? So this key is changed. Then somewhere I'm going to use that key. Go there, change that. Service IMPL exception is there. Change that key. Yeah. Password, email, subject I'm using. And in the email util, they're saying don't use print stack trace. Go for logger. Do you know how to get the logger? Yes, private logger, SLF for J logger I am going to take. Private logger is equal to logger factory dot get logger. SLF for J logger factory dot get logger. What is the class name? Email utils dot class is available. I'm taking that. Once I get the logger object, logger dot error. This is catch block. That means it comes under error. Logger dot error e dot get message. What is the purpose of this exception that I'm going to print here? So 3 issues I have fixed. One is my service IMPL. Another one is my app constants. Another one is my email utils. Okay. Now let me do the build again. Let me do the code review again. How to do the code review? MVN sonar : sonar. In the sonar report, you can check that projects. One project is available. One bug is there. 2 vulnerabilities available. I have fixed those 3 issues. Let us check it again. Do the review. MVN sonar : sonar. Code review is happening. Yeah, build got success. Go to the dashboard, refresh. Now, what is the bug count now? 0. Vulnerabilities? 0. Now let me go for code smells. How many code smells are available? What is the code quality gate? What is the code quality gate? Failed. So it is saying that boss, it is failing because of code coverage. It verified code coverage should be minimum 80% in the industry standard. But do we have the code coverage implementation? No. That's why code quality gate is failed. Now let me go for code smells. How many code smells we have? 17 code smells we have. Guys, in these code smells, everything we cannot fix. Some code smells are false positives. Some code smells are false positive. That means sonar is telling to fix it, but we cannot fix that. The reason, first one. See here in the app constants, add a private constructor to hide the public implicit one. They are telling boss, in your class, app constants only variables are available. Don't allow anybody to create object for your class. Then how to avoid object creation? By adding constructor. By default, one constructor will be generated by the JVM. That is a public constructor. If my class is having public constructor, anybody can create the object for my class. Now I don't want anybody to create object my class. What I will do now? Private. It is something like singleton class. I don't want anybody to create the object from outside. So if I don't write the constructor, by default, one public constructor will be provided by Java compiler. Anybody can create the object for this class. But technically, if you think, is there any use of creating object for this class? Is there any method available? All are the variables. What kind of variables they are? Static final variables. What is the meaning of static final? Constant variable. So how many times memory will be allocated for the static variables? How many times memory will be allocated for static variables? Only once memory will be allocated for the static variable. Is there any use of creating the object? No use. When there is no use of creating the object, why to write the public constructor? SonarQube is telling write the private constructor so that nobody can create the object. Okay. Let me add private constructor. Let me add one private constructor. There are 17 code smells are available. I fixed first one. Add a private constructor to implicit the public one, app constants.java. After making that change, let me do the review again. MBN sonar colon sonar. Success. Go here, refresh. What happened? 16 issues are coming for us. That issue is fixed or not? Yes, I have fixed one issue. I have added private constructor for my constants class. Then next one. Remove this unused import response body. If you go for inquiry controller.java, in that there is one annotation called response body which is unused. Go to inquiry controller.java. Inquiry controller.java. Yes. Here there is a import statement. Am I using that import? I'm not using, that is unused import. Remove this unused import statement. Okay. I have removed unused import statement. Second issue also fixed. Now see, define a constant instead of duplicating the string literal success message. So success message we are using 3 times in the user controller.java. They are telling that don't declare like this, go for constant. Go to this user controller.java. User controller.java. In the user controller, what is this? Success message. What is this? Success message. And what is this here? Success message. How many times I'm using string literal? 3 times I'm using that string literal for that. So sonar is telling, boss, define a constant instead of duplicating the same literal. 3 times a success message available, 5 times error message is available, 3 times unlock is available. How to fix all the 3 issues? How to fix all the 3 issues? By using app constant. Okay, observe carefully. In my user controller, here I am writing success message as a string. I am writing error message as a string. Here one unlock is available. Here one unlock is available. And here again success message, error message, unlock is available. These are duplicated string literals. How to avoid these duplicated string literals? Let's go for constants class. Let me declare a constant for them. Public static final string success message. Wherever you want to use the success message, then I want to go for this. Okay. Similarly, wherever you have error message, wherever you have that, then let me go for this error message. Success message is available and error message is available. And one more thing is unlock string is available. Public static final string unlock str. That is just a string to represent unlock text. These are the best practices we need to follow. Now go to our controller. This is the key, success message. Wherever I want to represent a success message text, then I will go for app constants dot success message. For this one, error message. App constants dot error message. Same thing here, unlock is available. What I will do? App constants dot unlock str. Here also app constants dot unlock str. Unlock str. Here success message is available. I will go for app constants dot success message. This one app constants dot error message. Error message. This one here also error message is available. For that app constants dot error message. Here unlock string is available. App constants dot unlock str. Okay. Similarly here error message is available. App constants dot error message. Again success message and error message. App constants dot success message. App constants dot error message. Fine. Wherever the string literal is available, I have replaced that with my constant. Okay. I fixed that issue. Let me verify that again. Code review. Before doing the code review, how many 16 code smells are available? Let me do that. MVN sonar : sonar. Code review is happening. Build success. Refresh. Now we change it to 12 issues. So from 17, we came to 12. Where is the issue? Student enquiry entity.java. There is unused import is available. Go to that. Student enquiry entity. Star entity. Yeah. Student enquiry entity. Here, unused import is available. JSON ignore. Control Shift O will remove the unused import. I fixed it. The next one, unused import set in the service IMPL. Enquiry service IMPL. Control Shift O. Unused import statement is removed. Immediately return the expression instead of assigning it to the temporary variable. Line number 127. Line number 127. Get enquiries method is available. Control O. Get enquiries method. What they are telling is, boss, you are calling a method, you are storing that into a variable, again you are returning that variable. Why don't you call the method in the return statement directly? Instead of writing 2 lines of code, why don't you complete that in the single line? That is what Sonar Cube is telling me. Immediately return the expression instead of assigning it to the temporary variable. You are calling a method, it is giving some data. Immediately you are returning that data. Instead of writing 2 lines, let us remove this and let us write return here and remove this. So they are trying to concise our code. Instead of writing 2 lines, we can complete that in the single line. That is one issue. I have fixed it. Return an empty collection instead of null value. This is a very good exception, guys. Now let us see. Here return empty collection instead of null value. Whenever the enquiries are not available, what I am doing here? I am returning null value. If somebody do some operation on the return value, null pointer exception. Instead of that, what they are telling? Instead of returning the null value, you return one empty collection. Okay, how to return empty collection? Collections dot empty list. Collections dot empty list will be available. It is going to return empty collection. Collections dot empty list. Earlier what I have written? Earlier I have written null value. What is the problem with the null value? If somebody do any operation on the return value, they will get a null pointer exception. Instead of that, you need to go for empty list. Okay, I fixed that issue. Let me do the review again. MVN sonar : sonar. Yeah, build success, projects. Okay, go to code smells. So total how many code smells available now? Only 8 code smells are available. Here, enquiry service IMPL.java line number 141. Here I'm using single and. What they are telling? Go for double and. So that expression will be evaluated correctly. Instead of single and, I'm going for double and operator. That is one issue. Return empty collection instead of null value. Line number 162. In the 162, what I am returning? Null value. What is my method return type? List. When you don't want to return anything, don't return null value. They are telling to return empty list. Collections dot empty list method is available. Collections dot empty list method is available. Very good exception. User service IMPL.java line number 88. User service IMPL line number 88. Line number 88. What I am using now? I'm using string buffer. What they are telling? Replace the buffer with a builder. Why? Because buffer is a thread safe class, performance will be reduced. So you want to change the string available, string buffer available, string builder available. String is immutable, you cannot change the content. But here I want to change the content. That's why I'm going for buffer. But what is the problem with the buffer? Thread safe. Only one thread can access at a time. If multiple threads are trying to access, one thread should complete, then only second thread will come, performance will be degraded. How to avoid this problem? Builder. So these all are practical experiences, guys. So now, if you encounter this problem, if you fix this problem in future, will you forget about buffer builder differences? Tomorrow in the interview, they will ask you where you have used string builder in your project. You can tell this scenario. In my project, email implementation is available. We need to customize the mail body as per registered user. For that, I'm using buffer first. When I do the code review, I got the problem in the Sonar Cube. Buffer is a thread safe. I replaced buffer with the builder. Builder is not thread safe and it is immutable. If you give answer with the scenario by explaining your project scenario, then they will satisfy with your answer. If anybody asks you what is a buffer and builder, if you simply say answer, buffer is a thread safe, builder is not thread safe, just a single line answer, nobody will satisfy. You need to tell where you have used that concept in your project. So this concept you can explain for that. And next one, rename the local variable to match regular expression. Line number 115, user service impl.java, variable naming convention. What is the problem? What is the problem? S is a capital. In the Java, what is the variable naming convention? It should be small, camel case format. So that is also important. I have seen many people writing the variables with the uppercase letters, underscores in the variable names. As per the code review, that is not correct. Okay. So subject, that variable, I have declared with a capital S, it is giving the problem. Now I replace it with the small s. Next one. Remove this empty class, write its code or mark it an interface. App exception handler.java. App exception handler.java. Where is that? What is this? We have not implemented any logic in that. They are telling that, boss, it's an empty class. There is nothing available. Either you write some code or you delete that class. Okay, I'm deleting that class. Perfect. Then here, password utils class. Add a private constructor to hide the public one. Password utils.java. Let me go here. I am writing a static method. Is there any use of creating the object? How to call the static method? By using class name. They are telling write a private constructor so that nobody can create the object for your class. Private constructor, I'm writing for that. And the next one, remove temporary variable PWD. Line number 9. What is this? PWD I'm using. Security issue. Then what I will say? Random text. I will take that as a random text and I will return that. Instead of that, what I can, if I return like this, what is the problem? What is the problem? Why are you storing in the variable again? Why are you storing that and returning? Can you return that in the single line? Yes. So what I need to do? Return directly. Is it valid? Yes, we are trying to reduce number of lines of code. Let me do the review. MVN sonar. Go to project directory from the command prompt. First do the clean package, then run MVN sonar. Build got success. Go to the dashboard. Projects. Okay. How many vulnerabilities available? 0. How many bugs available? 0. How many code smells available? Only one code smell is available. Earlier we have 17 code smells. Go to that code smell. Check it. What is this? Add at least one assertion to the test case that related to JUnit testing. As of now, we don't know what is JUnit, so I can't fix that problem now. Right. Now go to this mini project overview. Security hotspot. What is the security hotspot? Make sure that command line arguments are used safely here. Application.java, which is our Spring Boot start class. Am I doing anything in the start class? No. They're telling boss, you are taking some arguments, use those arguments properly. Okay. So that is the Spring Boot predefined code. I can't change anything. Such kind of issues are called as false positive issues. That is called false positive issue. I cannot fix that problem because what they are telling is use this argument properly. I'm not using that. I'm giving to Spring Boot. That is required. Can I run the boot application without run method? No. What is the problem? Auto configuration, IOC container, runner, nothing is going to work. So I need to call the run method. SonarQube is telling there is a problem in that class, but I can't fix that problem because for my Spring Boot, this method is required. Good. And code smell, one code smell is pending. That code smell is related to unit testing. They are telling add at least one assertion to the test case. We don't know what is the test case. Let's ignore that. Okay. So with this, we are able to perform the code review. And here bugs are 0. Vulnerabilities are 0. Code smells. There is one code smell related to unit testing. What is the code coverage? 0. Code coverage that is related to unit testing, I have not implemented. But as per the industry, what should be the code coverage? As per industry, we need to maintain minimum 80% of the code coverage and 0.0 duplicated code. So do you have any duplicated code in the project? No, we don't have any duplicate code in our project. That is good. Fine, guys. Issues, rules. In the Java, how many rules are available? 537 rules are available for the Java code. Whenever you do the code review for the Java project, SonarQube is going to execute these 537 rules on your code. If any rule is not satisfied, then SonarQube is going to specify that as a bug. Got it? It is having Spring related annotations also. SonarQube knows not only Java, it knows Spring Boot also. Whatever the code you are writing by using Spring Boot, if you do any mistake, it will identify that. It will identify that mistake. Sonar knows Java better than us. Whatever the mistake we are doing, it is identifying that mistake. In the industry, we need to perform the code review by using Sonar, and we need to make sure there are no Sonar issues available in the project. Tomorrow, when you join in the company, first 3 months, they will not give you any development task. First 3 months, they will give you Sonar issues, JUnit issues, code coverage issues only. So you should know how to fix Sonar issues. You will do the code review by using Sonar. How to fix Sonar issues. What is the meaning of Sonar issues? Identifying the mistakes that are done by the developers and identify the mistake and fix that problem. And they will tell you JUnits implementation. What is the JUnits implementation? How to perform unit testing for the code by using JUnit. We did not discuss that. Then after they will tell you how to improve code coverage. Industry standard, every project should have 80% of the coverage. Our project currently having 0% coverage. That means we have not implemented any unit testing for that. Okay, unit testing is not now, guys. You people will get lot of confusion with the unit testing. We will discuss that in the upcoming classes. If I go for unit testing, I need to explain mocking. That is the most confusing part. Even experienced developers also will struggle with the unit testing. Writing normal code is easy, but writing the JUnit code is very difficult. So at this moment, you will not understand the purpose of unit testing and mocking. In the coming classes, we are going to cover that part. For time being, that is pending topic for us. So tomorrow when you join, either as a fresher or experienced, directly they will not give you development work. First 2 to 3 months in the MNC companies mainly, they will give you Sonar dashboard like this, and they will ask, check what are the issues available, fix those issues. And they will ask you, check duplicate code available, remove that. They will ask, check the code coverage, make sure we are having 80% coverage of that. Unit testing and code coverage we are going to discuss in the upcoming classes. All right. So what do you understand about Sonar Cube? What is Sonar Cube? Come on. Yes, Sonar Cube is used to identify developers' mistakes. Is it only for Java? Sonar Cube is not only for Java. Sonar Cube is universal that supports 30 plus programming languages. Community edition is available. Commercial edition is also available. Currently, we are using community edition. Tomorrow in the company, commercial edition will be available. Okay, good. And one more mistake that we are doing, guys. Suppose I want to check one user gender. Based on that, I want to execute some logic. In general, what people will do, if user dot get gender dot equals to some string male. Okay. Else we are going to write some logic. Here some logic is available. Here some logic will be available. If I want to compare user gender is equals to male or not, I'm going to write the code like this, but this is a blunder mistake. We should not write the code like this. It is not accepted in the industry. The reason, suppose if I get gender value as a null, if I get gender value as a null, then what will happen? User dot get gender. Gender value is a null value. In that, for that user, gender is not populated in the database. Gender value is a null value. If a gender value is a null, what will happen? Null dot equals, what it will do? Null pointer exception. It will give null pointer exception. What you need to do for this is, instead of writing like this, you need to write like this. If male dot equals user dot get gender. Now, if a user is null value, am I going to get null pointer exception? I'm not going to get the null pointer exception. But if a user gender is null, if you write like this, it will give you null pointer exception. But this code will not give the null pointer exception. Freshers will write the code like this. Experienced people will write the code like this. So that is the difference. Right. If I'm getting user gender as a null value, null dot equals, null dot anything, null pointer exception only. I want to check if gender is male, I want to execute some logic. Here also same thing is happening. Whenever you are comparing the string literal, that string literal always should be the left side. Your object value should be the right side. Then your code is safe. If you get the null value for the gender, male dot equals to null, not satisfied, else block will execute. So here else block is going to execute. If gender is not male or if gender is null, in this scenario else block will execute. If gender is null, in this scenario आपका code फट जाएगा. It will give you null pointer exception. Are you guys getting my point? Yes. Always we need to keep these small things in our mind when we are writing the code. So what are the observations we have done? There are many unused import statements are available. Variable naming conventions are not correct. Method parameters, unused parameters are available. Optional object, I'm not calling the get method. String literal, I'm comparing like this as of now, but that is not a good practice. We need to compare the string always like this. Variable names are directly having the PWD, nothing but it is a password. So we should not use the variable names directly like this. And in the catch block, I'm calling print stack trace. That's not recommended. Whenever there is an exception, you need to log that by using logger dot error. Logger dot error will be available to log the exception. These all are the mistakes we have done in our project. From next time, we should not do all these mistakes. When I am writing the code, I know what is the mistake I am doing. If I don't do those mistakes in that project, today can I teach you code review? everything will come as a 0. You will understand, okay, our code is good. Wantedly, I have done some mistakes in my code. When I do the review, I got 17 plus 1 plus 1. Total 19 issues I got in my code. Now we are able to correct them. So that is that you need to learn. You can learn some best practices related to Java from the SonarQube. Whatever the mistakes you are doing in the code, it is telling you what is the problem and it is telling what is the solution also. Next time, we should not repeat the same mistake. I have seen many people, class names they are writing with underscore. Variable names they are writing with the uppercase characters. Okay, so that is not at all recommended. So in the industry, your code will not be accepted if you don't follow the best practices. Keep that in mind. Good. So I have the notes for this, guys. SonarQube. So in the project development, multiple team members will be involved. Some developers will be freshers, some are juniors and some are seniors. As a developer, we might do some mistakes in the coding or we may not follow proper coding standards. So as a fresher, you don't know what is the best practice we need to follow. Okay, we will perform the code review to identify the mistakes of the developers in the coding. In the project, experienced people also can do mistakes sometime. Freshers also will do mistakes sometime. So our ultimate goal, we need to provide quality code to the client. So to get that quality, we need to review our code. We need to identify the mistakes. We need to correct those mistakes. With the help of the code review, we can provide quality code and bug-free code for the client. To perform the code review, we will use SonarQube software. What is the SonarQube software? It is automatic code review tool that supports 30 languages now. When I prepared, it was 20 plus, now it is 30. SonarQube is supporting for 30 programming languages. What the SonarQube is going to identify? Bugs it will identify, vulnerabilities it will identify, code smell, duplicate code blocks. SonarQube will check logic or will not check the logic. SonarQube don't know whether logic is correct or not. Okay, it will check only syntaxes, best practices. Okay. Then junior developers code checking will done by senior developers in the team. This is called as peer review. What is peer review? Peer review is a manual process. In peer review, logic checking will be done. You are writing the logic to export Excel report. How many lines of code you are writing? Can we change the logic to get the better performance? That checking will done by senior developer. That is called as peer review. Installing Sonar software, you can download the Sonar, go for some old version of the Sonar and install that Sonar. I mean, just download as a zip file, extract it. Once that zip file extraction completed, what is the next step? Go to the Sonar bin Windows directory, execute this bat file. So if it is a Linux or Mac, sh file will be available. If it is a Windows, bat file will be available. Once the Sonar server is started, it will display Sonar up and running message in the console. The Sonar server by default will run on the port number 9000. If you want, you can customize that port number also. There is a properties file available for that. So in the Tomcat, are we able to customize the port number? By using conf file. Similarly, in the Sonar also, conf properties are available. There you can change the port number. The default port number of the Sonar 9000. Running project with a SonarQube server. We need to add this plugin in the pom.xml. Do the maven build, clean package, then execute the goal, sonar:sonar. I opened my command prompt from the project directory. I've executed my goal from the project directory. What is the goal I have executed, guys? MVN. First I am executing clean package. This is used to compile and package our application. Then after I'm executing MVN sonar:sonar. What is the purpose of sonar:sonar? Our project will be integrated with the Sonar server running in the same machine. Okay, it will do the code review. It will generate the report. You can go to that report and you can see what are the mistakes available and you need to fix the mistakes and you need to review again. We need to make sure 0 Sonar issues in the project. Got it? Fine. Now, what are the lessons that we have learned? You should not compare like this. This is a bad practice. What is a good practice? Always string literal should be available at the left side. What is the advantage with this code? We are not going to get any null pointer exception. And I'm using string buffer. What is the problem with the string buffer? String buffer is a synchronized. It is a thread safe. Only one thread can access at a time. Whenever you want to use mutable string object, instead of a buffer, then you go for builder, right? String buffer is synchronized. Only one thread can access at a time. String builder not synchronized. Multiple threads can access at a time. Either log or rethrow the exception. This is a bad practice. This is the bad practice. What I have done in the exception, print stack trace. What the print stack trace will do? It will print on the console. But what Sonar is telling? Write the logger. Write the logger. Instead of writing the password in our code directly, what is recommended? Either password or password for the variable name. So if you want to use password or PWD for the variable name, don't use them, because Sonar is thinking you are misusing confidential data. Sonar is thinking that you are misusing confidential data. Wherever you want to declare password or PWD, go like this. Password or password. Variable names you need to tweak, right? Declare variables before the constructor, right? Remove unnecessary curly braces from the lambdas. Follow camel case for the variable names. Declare private constructor for the class, right? I have app constants class. Am I doing any methods in the app constant? Nothing. Then why to expose public constructor? Write a private constructor for that. Like this, some lessons learned in the code review. Whatever the mistakes that we are doing, those mistakes we have noted down. Those mistakes we should not repeat in the upcoming projects development. Okay, today I want you people to perform code review for all these 3 mini projects, and I want you people to show me your code review report for 3 projects. You should have 0 count for all the 3 projects. Got it? Yep. Number 4. So that is previous one. So whenever you want to generate a random number, we are going to use a method at random. Instead of that, they are telling to use this method. It will work. Instead of method at random, use random.nextInt method. If you want to get some random number, instead of going for random method, go for nextInt method. That is what they are telling. In that class, there is a method called nextInt for the numbers. Yep. Can you guys do the code review now? I will give these notes. Huh? What do you learn from the Sonar, guys? By using this Sonar, you can improve your coding skill. Definitely your whatever the mistakes you are doing in the code, you will understand the mistakes. From next time, we should not do the same mistake. I will upload these notes. Today, I want you people to complete code review for these 3 projects. Sir, PMD is very limited, sir. In the Sonar, we can customize the rules. Sonar, not PMD. In my project, we are using Sonar. You can install plugin in the IDE also. We can do that. Okay. Anybody having any questions from online related to Sonar Cube? Online students, any questions, anyone?
Yes, sir. Is there any difference for plugin and dependency?
Sorry?
Is there any difference between plugin and dependency?
Yes, sir. Dependency means that will give you the jar file. Plugin means it will perform some operation. Both are different.
Okay.
Now we are adding web starter as a dependency. Sonar we are using as a plugin, right? So both are different. Plugin and dependency both are not same. Got it? Okay, next one.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Sir, I have a query regarding our project batch. Sir, how many mini projects are you going to complete before starting the major project?
3 mini projects already completed, na?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one mini project I will give the REST API assignment that you guys need to do. I'm about to start the major project.
Okay, sir. Means
Yep.
from next week.
Yep.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, sir, what's the use of DevOps person as a Sonarchy?
Sir, DevOps people, they will integrate your Sonar server in the pipeline to perform the code review. Whenever you are going to deploy your code by using CI/CD pipeline, then Sonar will come into picture. It will do the code review of that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. That means the DevOps people will do the code review for the whole project before deployment.
Okay, sir.
Guys, all of you check it. Notes is updated. Can you guys check it once and confirm? Today I want you to complete, guys. Don't postpone your practices. Please complete all the tools practices. Once I start the major project, you will not get the time to do all these things. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Yeah. And some people joined only for JRTP. For them, I need to explain microservices. From today evening at 5 o'clock, we are going to start the microservices. Microservices plus security we need to understand. I want this JRTP batch people who joined only for JRTP to attend this 1 week classes for microservices in the evening 5 o'clock. I will update this in the WhatsApp group also. I will share the link because same topic I need to explain in the JRTP and SBMS. Microservices, what is microservice? What is microservice architecture? How to develop microservices, API gateway, how to secure the microservices. Some common topics are there. I want the JRTP students to attend the SBMS class also in the evening. From today, we are going to start microservices part. Don't miss the classes, guys. Microservices are very important for the people who want to get the job with the experience. Right. So today evening, we are going to start that. For microservices, no charges. The JRTP people can attend that for free because it is part of the JRTP content also. No charges. I will give the link for that microservices to attend.
Sir,
Okay.
we can get the link in the WhatsApp group, sir.
Yeah, we'll get the link in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir.
Yep.
So if we are unable to attend, it can be get the recorded session
Yes,
of that.
you will get that. You will get it.
Thank you.
Okay. So for JRTP people, from today, morning 1 class, evening 1 class will be available. Morning 9:30 class will be there. Evening microservices class will be available. This will be there for 2 weeks of time, guys. Microservices will take 2 weeks of time. Good. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping for now. We'll meet in the evening microservices class.